She created a magical world worth over $25 billion. A history that taught billions of children and adults how to believe in light, hope, and friendship. Her name is synonymous with global fame, unimaginable wealth, and literary genius. But long before Hogwarts existed, Joanne Rowling was trapped in a dark, terrifying reality. She was a jobless single mother living on government assistance, fighting a soul-crushing battle against clinical depression and contemplating ending her own life. This is the history of how the darkest monster of her mind gave birth to one of the greatest magical works ever writing. In her late 20s, Rowling's life completely collapsed. Her short-lived marriage in Portugal ended in domestic turmoil. She moved to Edinburgh with her infant daughter, a single suitcase, and 3 chapters of a history about a young wizard boy. She was broke, so poor that she could not afford a typewriter, let alone a computer. She had to handwrite her manuscript on scraps of paper. She survived on state welfare, often escaping meals so her baby daughter could eat. But the physical poverty was nothing compared to the mental prison consuming her mind. Rowling fell into a profound, paralyzing clinical depression. It was not just sadness, it was a total absence of feeling, a cold, numbing void. During this dark period, staring at her sleeping daughter and feeling completely hopeless, she was haunted by persistent thought of suicide. Instead of surrounding to the void, Rowling did something extraordinary. She took the terrifying feeling of her depression and gave it a physical form. She created the Dementors, the soul-shocking creatures in Harry Potter that drain every ounce of peace, hope, and happiness out of a human being. When she hit absolute rock bottom, something shifted in her psychology, as she later reflected in a famous speech. Rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life. Valor had stripped away everything that was non-essential. She stopped pretending to be anything else and directed all her energy into finishing the one thing that mattered to her, her story. She spent hours sitting in a local Edinburgh cafe with her baby sleep beside her, writing line by line, channeling her pain, grief, and hope into the magical pages. 12 major publishing houses rejected her manuscript, telling her not to quit her day job. But on the 13th try, a small publisher gave her a chance. The rest is literally history. The broke single mother who once considered suicide became the first billionaire author in history. She did not just conquer poverty, she used her success to give away hundreds of billions of dollars to charities supporting single parents, families, and mental health research. stepping down from her billionaire status to help others fight the dark. The psychological lesson of J.K. Rowling is profound. Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times. If one only remembers to turn on the light, your deepest failure is not the end of your book. It might just be the opening chapter of your greatest story. Are you in the middle of a dark chapter, or are you ready to rewrite your story? Share your thought in the comments below. Hit subscribe for more deep psychological breakdowns, and we will see you in the next orbit.